Yo, so you know the drill by this point. Let's go ahead and see who we can piss off today by simply talking about the most well-respected tier list in the Honkai Star Rail community. We're here again at pridewin.gg, and we're taking a look at the Honkai Star Rail tier list for July 2024, specifically what will be happening in Part 2, and this is based on Memory of Chaos, as you can see. Now, we will talk about Pure Fiction and Apocalyptic Shadow just briefly, because for this particular tier list video today, it is actually going to matter. Because as you might notice, we're here today to talk about Jade. But you might notice that Jade isn't on this tier list anywhere. Or is she? Jade is not doing super duper well right now in Memory of Chaos. Now, one thing to remember is every Memory of Chaos is different. The current Memory of Chaos very heavily favors break characters like Firefly or Boot Hill. You know what I'm saying? Even Gallagher sits up here at tier 0.5 because the break meta is just popping off right now. So I did want to point out that's a very important caveat to why she's probably sitting so low. But Jade is not necessarily some OP top tier character like we see with Acheron or Firefly. Dude, I mean, we had Acheron, bro. We had Firefly, Boot Hill, Robin, Adventuring. Bro, look at all of the high-powered characters we saw up here. And we're bound to see somebody that's not performing as high as they are, you know, right now. And there's a reason for that, right? There's actually a multitude of reasons for that. Jade is kind of an interesting character where she's not necessarily the best combination with any one character right now. She's very good at getting a lot out of buffing and getting out of like another erudition character. For example, she gets a ton out of Argenti, but look at Argenti. He's in tier 3 as well. You know what I mean? He gets a lot out of a character like Herta, but Herta is in tier 4, right? What Jade wants to do is she wants to be paired with another erudition character that hits 5 enemies at once. Unfortunately, all of the erudition characters that hit 5 enemies at once are not necessarily very powerful. So despite the fact that she has a lot going for her, she doesn't have a partner right now that she can work really well with. It's not like Dr. Ratio and Topaz, how they go together like peanut butter and jelly, and it just works. Even before Robin came in the game, these two were still sitting up here this high, even without her being in the game, bro. The fact that she came out just makes them better, but these two were up here already, right? Jade doesn't really have that with anyone. Now, something to be aware of is that Jade actually does work really well with Topaz and Robin and Adventuring. The follow-up dream team of Ratio, you know what I mean, Topaz and Robin and Adventuring. If you just switch out Ratio and put in Jade, that's actually a very strong team. In fact, it is day 1. I want to do more testing, so I don't want to say this definitively, but for sure, one of Jade's best teams is a follow-up setup team. Despite the fact that her kit is more centered around trying to be with another erudition character because she is a buff to erudition, believe it or not, the follow-up synergy that she already has within her kit works so well on this team that it is one of her best options as well. But are you really going to switch out your Dr. Ratio, who's a tier 1 character, with a Jade who's down here at tier 3? Now, something else I want to point out is that I don't think that Jade's a tier 3 character. I think she sits too low on this list. I think she should be up here at least at tier 2 with, you know, these characters right here with Sampo, Luca, and Shui. I just think that she does work well and she can clear content more reliably than I think they're giving credit for, but she is stuck to being with very, very specific teammates. But so are these 3 right here. These are literally DOT characters that you need to run on a DOT-centric team or they won't do well. Of course, Shui is a break character. You know, you get what I'm saying. There are plenty of... These are still niche team setups right here. So to give Jade such a backhand, you know what I mean, is I think a little bit unfair, despite the fact that, yeah, bro, she wants to be with like Argenti or like Herta or like Serval or like Himiko. But here's the problem with Himiko and Serval. Both of their skills only hit 3 enemies at once. not 5. What do erudition characters want to do? Hit all enemies at once. So 2 of her best pairings don't even actually hit AoE attacks on enemies. Their ultimates do, Himiko's follow-up does, but their skill does not synergize with her as well as someone like Argenti or someone like Herta. And when we look at these characters, even if you include Serval and Himiko, they sit pretty low on the tier list too. So some of the best peanut butter and jelly combos for Jade already are pairing with characters that are not that leave a little bit to be desired. You see what I'm saying? That's one reason why her follow-up team is actually very, very strong, because the other characters in the follow-up team setup are very, very powerful characters, right? They already were, even without someone like her on their team. So just wanted to point that out, that she's in a weird place where she doesn't really have those synergies that are going to make her extremely strong, despite her actually, in my opinion, having a lot of really cool stuff going on in her kit, and I think there's a lot of promise here. She's a character that's going to get better in the future of this game. Now, something to be aware of for all the people that already clicked off the video because they think Jade's bad, well, guess what? They get to miss out on something really cool. Jade is literally, right now, possibly the best character in Pure Fiction. Right? I know that's crazy because we've all talked about the Herta and Himiko combo, but now Jade can combo with Himiko, Jade can combo with Herta, Jade can combo with both of them at once, believe it or not, right? You could technically run, because it's Pure Fiction, bro, you don't necessarily need to have some crazy buffer on the team. You could, bro, imagine this, running Jade, Himiko, and Herta, and someone like Ron May, or Robin, and then forget about running somebody else as a sustain, because Pure Fiction doesn't really hit you that hard. If you're hitting the enemies harder than they can hit you, you don't have to even heal. You never have to shield, because they're all dead, because your combo is so strong. So pairing these 3 top-tier Pure Fiction characters with a buffer like Ron May or Robin, who give universal buffs to your entire team, that's an insanely powerful character, or a powerful team combo for Pure Fiction. And I'll be making a video about Jade's Pure Fiction performance very, very soon. I've just been, busy today with the Jade stream when I was pulling for Jade, and I'm busy with this video right now. You'll see that video maybe tomorrow or the next day, so stay tuned for that if you're interested. But dude, Jade is popping the hell off in Pure Fiction right now, and she's even performing better in Apocalyptic Shadow. She's a tier 2 character in Apocalyptic Shadow right now. Something to remember about is enemy weaknesses and the synergy with the different buffs you get in certain game modes. That is more important to determine the character's power level than the actual kit of the character itself. Look at Himiko up here at tier 1 in Apocalyptic Shadow. That's because currently it very heavily favors break effect meta. You even see Boot Hill up here at tier 0, bro. Boot Hill? No, don't get me wrong, he's an incredibly powerful character, but bro, tier 0? That's crazy. It's because Apocalyptic Shadow right now is very, very heavily catered to break effect meta right now. And Himiko has like this weird thing where she does DOTs, and she does follow-ups, and she likes to break. So she's this weird all-arounder character, and because of that, she doesn't necessarily perform super duper well, but she is a secretly very strong break character. So she's going to perform very well in the current Apocalyptic Shadow. And so the current Memory of Chaos is not really working towards Jade's favor. So I have a feeling that in the future, we'll see Jade performing a lot better than we currently see her performing right now. And like we did with Kafka, right? Kafka, we knew that she was really good when she came out, but we knew she was going to get even better as the game progressed forward. And when we saw Black Swan come out in the game, I mean, bro, this insanely strong combo of Kafka and Black Swan is nuts. It's really tough to beat that combo right there. This is a true peanut butter and jelly combo. And obviously you have that with Ratio and Topaz as well, but unfortunately, Jade just doesn't have that partner right now that's going to make her incredibly strong. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but Argentia came out in patch 1.5, and we had Jing Yuan come out in patch 1.0, and that's something I want to talk about. Unfortunately for me, I have 2 accounts in this game, so I can try to pull every character available so I can test them out for you guys and stuff. I have an account that has Jade on it, but it doesn't have Jing Yuan on it, right? Because I spread myself a little bit too wide with one of my accounts and not the other. So I don't have Jing Yuan and Jade on the same account. So I can't test out that combo. If you guys want to try that out, please let me know. I think that, you know, you can try out somebody like Ting Yun, obviously buffing Jing Yuan and being a battery for him on that combo would be good. Or like Robin and Ron May would be good buffers for that team as well. So go try that out and let me know how it goes, because I don't know if people have actually tried that team out yet, like very, very significantly. But we have seen people trying out the Argenti Jade combo, the Herta Jade combo. I want to see the like Jing Yuan Jade combo. I want to see if that can actually work. I want to see the viability of that. But we don't really have that very, very like immediately obvious Jade combo right now that is like insanely strong. And so I think because we haven't seen a strong like 5-star DPS erudition in a while, and yeah, because, you know, Jade came out somewhat recently, it might take a few patches or whatever before we see some insanely strong DPS for erudition come out again. But I think once that happens, we're going to see Jade rise up on this list. And I think once the currently available Memory of Chaos switches things up and maybe caters more towards what she might want to be doing, I think we'll see her rise up on this list. And I already think she should go up. I think she should be a tier 2. I don't think she's tier 3. I think she's at least tier 2, right? I'm not going to come out here and say tier 1.5 or tier 1. Okay, we're not crazy out here, okay? I don't know if she's got it like that right now. I need to test her more myself. So I'm kind of having to go off of what I see here on Pridewind to some degree. But from what I've experienced so far, I think she should be at least a tier 2. But, I mean, shoot. I don't want to speculate much, but it's possible that Hoyoverse also gave us a character that works well in certain game modes, but not necessarily in others. Now, I don't really like that idea, so that's why I don't really want to speculate on that too much. I just think that they were giving us Jade to function well in pure fiction right now, with the idea that she will get better over time, like fine wine. And she likes to drink red wine. I'm not saying that's reading into it too much, but you know what I mean? That could be something they were thinking about. She'll age better like fine wine once we get another good character that pairs really well with her. Anyways, that's the real big change that we've seen in the tier list right now. We won't see another big change in the tier list probably until we get the next Memory of Chaos, or you know what I mean? Once these modes switch to their next stage, we'll see the things switch up. Like Pure Fiction, we saw Himiko bump up recently. We saw Blade bump up a little bit, so I guess we should point that out. Apocalyptic Shadow hasn't really changed since last we talked about it, so I just wanted to let you guys know about all that stuff. If you found this helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.